How's everybody doing? Sorry about that. End of the day here. Commit Don't Quit live stream. My name's Jeff. And today, you know, sometimes it's hard to think of names. I tell you that absolutely every single day of what you're going to call the live stream. You know, I went out for about a 45-minute walk before I did this. And I thought, you know, life's what you make it. Anyways, you know, everybody's saying, try to stay positive. You know, I try, but everyone has good days and bad days. I thought, you know what, life is what you make it. You know what, sometimes we have good days and bad days, and I'm no better than anybody else, but you know, I'll wake up until I have my coffee. Usually I'm definitely the idiot of the day and stuff like that. But anyways, my wife's always saying, get that positivity on your face, and that she'll say, well, you know, life's what you make it, and I'm like, you're right. Anyways, that's why I called it that. That's all it is. And I appreciate, you know, everybody being here, and I appreciate you coming in before. Like I said, you know, nobody has to come in. This is like my 10-minute warm-up. It's the starting of the stream. I always go live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here where I am in Canada, but I put it on for about 10 minutes. That way, in case the notification doesn't go out, this just lets people know for about 10 minutes. You are live, or you're going live for 2 o'clock. So anyways, I want to say hi to everybody. I realize there's a few people here, so I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Adventures with Connor. How you doing, Connor? I see you said you're going to be making some more videos. That's awesome, Connor. I hope you're doing well. The Irish Train King. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Stokes Explorer. Hey, buddy, how are you? It's good to see you. Good to see you. You know what? You're doing some great videos, my friend, as each and everybody is, but you're doing some fantastic things, my friend. Steve Believe Guitar. Hey, Steve, how are you? You know, I wasn't joking. I do like the avatar, or not the logo, but the photo in that in the avatar. It looks good, Steve. It really does. Let's see here. Eden Valley Drones UK. Hey, how are you? Thanks very much for dropping in, everybody. I realize, you know, everybody's got things going on, so I just want to say thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Evans Eats Cherry Farm. Hey, how are you? Are you down? You're down in Michigan, are you? Either Michigan or Ohio. Pretty sure it's Michigan, but if I'm wrong, just let me know. I'm in Ontario. I'm London, Ontario, halfway between Detroit and Toronto. But you know what? It's nice to have you here. Nice to have everybody here. It's good to see you. How to Cook by L.N. Kalula. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Trav, how you doing, buddy? Hushcats Camping. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. You know what? I hope everybody is doing well today. I just came to say hi. Well, Connor, thanks very much for saying hi. You know what? If you do have to go, I know it's probably, what, about 11 o'clock down your way and stuff like that over in California. So, and you're probably in school and stuff. So, Connor, thank you so much for dropping in. You have a great day. You have a great day, Connor. Let's see here where we are. Johnny Avanti. Hey, Johnny, how are you? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, the sound's too loud, dude. Is it? Stokes. Sorry about that, my friend. Sorry. You know what? Maybe have to turn it down. Sorry about that. Apologize. Had it on, but I didn't realize the sound levels and stuff like that. Definitely made my day when the snow fell down. Yeah, Steve, it was kind of funny. Literally, you know that video that I put up last night? It's my last winter hike, I called it. I didn't know what to call it. I went out. Joe had said, you know, in a day or two, the snow is going to be melted, and we're probably not going to get any more before next winter. Let's get out. I went down to a conservation area outside the city and set some footage. Turned out okay. The best part is, just as I started, I was about 2-3 minutes in, walking down the pathway to the river, and I'm like, oh, there's a good spot. There was 2 portions of the river. There was a creek, and then there was a river. The creek portion, I thought, I can jump over there and get some good footage over in this little pond and stuff like that. I thought, that's what I'm going to do. And you know, there's a bunch of bush and stuff like that on the ground. I thought, wow, it's like about 4 feet. I can jump 4 feet, no problem. The only thing I didn't realize before jumping, the other end, I thought it was level, right? I thought it was, you know, packed on it. Anyways, when I jumped on, I didn't realize it was just like a thin sheet of ice. And when I hit it, I went down, and I went up to my hips pretty much. And anyways, I'm staying there. I got the GoPro in my hand. I was so afraid. You know, everybody says, yeah, you can put it in the water, but Joe's always wanted me to put it in the water, but I got afraid. So I'm sitting there with the darn thing up in the air. It looked like a telescope in a sub or something like that. You would have got a good laugh. The only thing is I was kind of, it wasn't too smart on my behalf and stuff to go up by myself. Everything went well. You know, I got some kids footage, some funny footage and stuff. And then at the end, just as I'm heading back to the car, run into like a coyote and sat there for a few minutes and scared me down. And I didn't know how things were going to turn out. Anyway, ended up he went the other way. Looked back at me a couple times, but he ended up running off. Thank goodness. But anyways, had some fun with that one. And the back sound birds are too loud, bro. Oh gosh. Let me see. Can you let me know? I've turned the volume down. I see we're saying that the volume on the birds. Is that better? If anybody could type it in the chat. I've just put on OBS, I turned the level of the birds down. I didn't realize when I did get this footage, I got it about 5 minutes before I came on live, and I didn't know there was an actual chirp and stuff of the birds. So please tell me I've turned on OBS, the mixer and stuff. I've turned it about halfway down. Let me know if the birds are still too loud, everybody. Sorry about that. Steve says, "It the day." Oh, okay, there we are. Okay, so the back sounds are too loud, bro. Okay, understand. But let me know in the chat if it sounds better now. Hey, Mickey, how are you? It's good to see you. I like the bird. Honestly, I was trying to think of something, and you know, I was trying outdoors adventure, some kind of travel footage, and you know, I'm like, I need something lasts about 30-40 seconds. I came up with this. I'm like, I have to get going. I've got to go live here in a few minutes. So that's why the image of the birds today. The woodland is a bit too loud, Jeff. Okay, Trev. Let's see here. Give me a second here. I've jumped through this, everybody. Sorry. Jonathan, the kid's got the stomach flu again, third time, so I'm hoping I don't have that too. I hope the kids are okay, Steve. I didn't know that. I'm sorry about that. Background sound is a bit high. Okay. 76 Fahrenheit, Texas. Mickey, how are you? That sounds actually pretty nice right now. Pretty good weather is nice today. It's a bit too high. Okay. I hope you're well. Scooby, Scrap Picker. Hello, Lady of the Day, and everyone in the house. Just here to show support. Desmond's Daughters. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Dave. How are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Good to see you. The birds are loud. Okay. Scooby, Scrap Picker. Let me see. I think I read something. The bird sound covers your voice a little. Okay. Johnny Vanti, better. Steve Believe, way better. Okay, guys, ladies, I didn't know the sound. I literally, is that better? I turned it down a little bit more. I didn't realize at the time the sound of the birds were a little too loud. But I've turned it down just a slight bit, so that should be better. Didn't know. You know, and I've used the footage of the scuba diving, and it sounded, I guess, maybe it was too loud too, I don't know. But I guess I should have... The problem is you can't check it on here. You can't check the sound of the birds and stuff like that. I don't know anything until after I play it back, watch the live again. After it's done, then I hear everything. But right now I don't hear a thing, unfortunately. But like I said, I was kind of in a rush. Way better, Steve. Thanks again. Heaven's Gate Cherry Farm sounds good. Good. Better, bro. Thanks, Stokes. Thanks, everybody. I'm sorry about that. Okay, apologize. I didn't realize it was too loud. That's loads better on sound, Jeff. Good, Trev. Sorry. Sounds perfect now. Thanks again, guys. Ladies, that's better. Thanks, Dave. Gary Scannell, hey, buddy. Hi, Jeff. Can't stay. We're up getting our baseball complex ready. Lots to do and much help. My grandmother. No, my granddaughter is doing great. Thanks for all the prayers, everyone. Good, Gary. I'm happy to hear. We're so sorry, Gary, to hear that. Especially a child. Not a single soul deserves anything like that, Gary. But especially a little kid and stuff like that. No little child deserves anything like that. But I'm glad that to hear she's doing better, Gary. Really am. It's nice to see it, but Gary, when you take off, don't even worry about it. You know, just take off, and we'll see you again. And like I said, you know, prayers are with you and your family and your granddaughter. But we are glad that she is seen to be doing better. But still, our prayers are with all of you, Gary. And it's good to see you, my friend. A lot better. Okay, good. Let me see here. New avatar, yes. New avatar. It looks good, doesn't it, Dave? Steve, it looks good. It does. It really does. Hey, Frank, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you, Frank. Nice to see you. Stephen Charter, hey, buddy, how are you? Evening, people. Nice to see you, Stephen. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Stokes Explorer the day. The house in the background looks a lot like an abandoned house I just went to. Strange. You know what? Stokes, it may be, but you know what? It does. I think that's one of the reasons I like the colors. I can't make any of the colors pop out like you do. I don't know if you use a program, but it's absolutely amazing, Stokes. I love the bright colors. They're absolutely beautiful. If I could do that, I would. But anyways, it's absolutely beautiful. But I like kind of like that fallish. It looks kind of like fall here at least. But I thought it looked kind of pretty and stuff like that. And there's not a lot going on. Literally, it's just the birds back and forth. But you know what? That was okay for today. But it does look a lot. I mean, I'm not trying to copy anything, but I like the look of it. That's the reason I used it for today. But anyways, the sound is good now. Thanks, Eden Valley Drones UK. Thank you very much. Frank Art Morbid says, I made it here for a few minutes before heading out again. Hey, Frank, you know what? I appreciate it, and I know you know what? Everybody's busy. But anytime you have to drop out, just take off, Frank. And I really do appreciate it, my friend, for dropping in. I honestly do. Thanks again, my friend. Thanks again. Thanks, Dave. Desmond Saunders, smash the like button, folks. Thank you very much. I always forget to say that. Everybody, you know what? If you like what you see, there's a red subscribe. If you like to subscribe, that's awesome. There's a notification bell. If you hit the notification bell, you get notified for lives and videos. As Nomadic Bike, this is taken from Nomadic Bike. This is copyright to Nomadic Bike. Not really, but you know, Nomadic Bike always says it. So I'm just grabbing a line from him. He always says, hit it, tap it, or lick it. I think that is the best line ever when he says lick it. Anyways, do whatever you want to it. But anyways, thanks for coming, everybody. And you know what? If there's anybody in the chat that you don't know, if there's somebody new, and you know what? If you like their content, if you like their channel, if you're going to watch, let them know. Leave them a message. That way they have the opportunity to check your channel out as well. Just a great way to meet people and stuff, and to grow. Anyways, that didn't sound too good, did it? I can't do impressions. I can, but nobody wants to hear them. Trev, Poshcats Camping. Give me a second here. Poshcats Camping. Trev says, the sound is fine now, Jeff, but the tires on your cycle need pumping. It's always something, right? I kind of like that old bike, right? I haven't had a bike in years. You know, it's funny. For about 20 years, from the time I was about 15 till about 35, I used to cycle on a team when I was younger and stuff like that. And I love cycling stuff. I used to ride almost 3 hours every night after work or after classes and stuff. And then on the weekends, I'd get up at like 7 in the morning. Wouldn't get home till about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I rode the thing everywhere. I spent my life on a bike. I lived when I was younger, in my early 20s and stuff. I lived from the beginning of being a teenager, about 13 to about 26, I guess I was. I lived in a small town, and you know, there wasn't a lot to do. So literally, I would get on my bike every night, and I'd go down to the lakes and drive along the lakes shores. And then I'd go on the weekends to little towns an hour or 2 hours away and stuff like that. And I'd always take somewhere different and had a blast, but I sure miss that. But I remember I moved here in 1996, and I brought the bike with me, and I was so excited. I thought, you know, there's tons of places to travel. I'll go through the city. And I went out, I think, 2 times in the city and almost got ran over by a truck and a car. And then I went back out to the country thinking, okay, that's safe. And same thing almost happened. I thought, you know, in all the years, never had anything. But once I moved to the city, that's what happens. And I said, enough's enough. I put it up, and I haven't driven it in almost 20 years. Once in a blue moon, I'll look at it, but yeah, I have not looked at it pretty much in years. Let's see here. Morbid Frank says, Eddie the Day, love your new video walk through the snow. I'm glad you made it out of the hole. Oh gosh, Frank, you know what? You know what's so funny about that, Joe? the first thing she says after I told her, she says, "Did you get coverage? Did you get footage?" I said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I fell in the water." She says, "I don't care about that." Of course, you know, love from your wife. I'm just teasing. But anyway, she said, "Did you get footage of that?" I said, "Of course I didn't. I fell in the water, and I've got the GoPro standing in my hand." She says, "Was it on?" I said, "Of course it wasn't." And when she says, "Well, it's good at that." She says, "We need footage of that. We're going to take you out." And she says, "I'm going to push you in." I said, "What are you talking about?" She says, "We're going to go recreate that. I'm going to throw you in the water this time." And I said, "Oh, no, that's not happening." But anyways, a few people said, "Yeah, you should go do that." I'm not up for that. Pretty much the whole video, right from the get-go, about 2-3 minutes into the getting out hiking, I fell in the water. And then for the next hour, it was a little cold, and I was running around soaking wet. I said, "I'm not doing that," but she thought it would be a good idea. Desmond's daughters, but Art, more of it. A real YouTuber would have got the camera. Dave, thanks. I'm too afraid to have it in the water, that's all. I think Joe goes out in the middle of the night and films footage like under the water, or puts it in the tub when I'm not here. But I'm too afraid to put that darn thing. I said, it's not the price of these DSLRs and like the little more pricey cameras, but for me it was pricey enough. I splurged when I bought it, and I said, "I don't have that money to buy another one." But you know what, she says, "Read everything up on it. It says that, you know, these are fine to throw in the water," but I'm not quite ready to do that. I'm not ready to do that. She says it'll be fantastic, but not ready for that. Let's see. No, they are not UK birds. Oh no, okay. Yeah, I honestly no idea where those where that is, but you know, I like the picture and the video and stuff. So that's all. Jerry, how you doing, buddy? Geo Jerry's Adventures, good to see you. Is it Canada Cash, the channel that you let me know of, Jerry? I went the other day and added the channel. They seem like quite a nice family and stuff like that. I've only seen about 1 or 2 videos by them, but they seem very nice. And I saw the one video that I was watching looked awful familiar just on the outskirts of London. So, you know what, maybe hopefully I can get to talk to them at one point. Art Morbid, Desmond's daughters, I've allowed it sounded epic and would have gone viral. Oh my gosh, that's what Jill kept saying. She says, "We need to throw you in the water, that'll go viral." I'm like, "Yeah, throw me in the water." But literally, you know, the end when that thing drops and stuff like that. I filmed 3 endings after it happened. That was the first shot. I filmed 2 more after that. I thought, this is goofy looking, I can't do this. Not to realize that the snow that was on my head, I didn't realize it was on the whole time, so all the other coverage has it sitting on my head the whole time. But anyways, Joe says, "No, we're not using that. Those are going to be outtakes. You're using this. That's all it is." How you, mate? Good to see you, Stephen Charter. Thanks very much for dropping in. Geo Jerry, watch out, that giant bird's going to peck you. Yeah, I know. Look at him. He does look huge. You know, I should make myself like Minnie and stuff like that. The attack of the killer birds or something like that. Let's see here. Desmond's daughters. Bill was the reason I was a little late. I was watching this latest upload. Did he put one up, Dave? Honestly, I watched a few up till after after Michael Fires, and then for the last 2.5 hours I've just been a little bit busy and stuff like that, so I haven't really got to see anything else after that. But let's see here. Stokes Explorer. Oh wow, almost there at 870. Woo! Hey Stokes, that's awesome. You're gonna be there. That's what, about 130. If you know what, I can't imagine you couldn't do it. Have you seen Stokes? Have you ever been to some of the big channels? I know Pusa Studios. If you've ever been to Pusa Studios, some of the other channels, some of them are a lot bigger than this. And if you're looking to grow the channel, there's a lot of people. I mean, I think they're on right now. I mean, it's not that I want you to go anywhere, Stokes, but if you are looking, there's definitely other channels too that have big. I'm not trying to tell everybody, "Oh, go there," but I know you're looking to get to that magic number. But anyways, on Thursdays, Stokes, they do an early live for everybody over in Europe. So they do it at 1 o'clock our time, which is probably about 6 o'clock over there in the UK. But I think they do that because a lot of nights they're on at 7 o'clock our time, which would be about midnight over there for you. So I think as of Karen Summers over in the Netherlands had suggested, and so they a few months ago they did that. But they are live on Thursday afternoons and stuff for a few hours. I think 2 or 3 hours at least. But they are on now. Like I said, I'm not trying to rush you off in it anyway, but just I don't know if that might help too. I don't know, but it may help and stuff. Anyways, Desmond's Donners, I cannot understand why you do have him. Yeah, exactly, Dave. I can't either, but he's doing quite well. He's gone up about in the last little bit, about 400. So he's doing quite well, Dave. He is doing quite well. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Steve. I thank you very much. Like I said, this is just some video footage from Creative Commons and stuff like that. I just, you know, you can use them as long as you, I guess, show the license or whatever it is, just to let them know that it's free usage and stuff like that. So that's the reason for this. It's just some fun and stuff like that, just to make it not so bland, if that makes any sense. Snoopy Scrap Picker, you look much younger than 35. If you're talking to me, I'm a lot older than 35, unfortunately. I wish I was 35. If I could go back to being 35, I'd be happy. I'm 49. I'll be 50 years old in December this year, if you can believe that. But I look actually even younger if I had hair, but the bald head makes me look a little older. But yeah, I wish I was 35. My gosh. And you may not even be talking to me, but let's see here. Sorry, everybody. I did get a little behind. Jeff. Oh gosh. Hey, Go Fish Office. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm sorry that I'm a little behind. Stokes Explorer. End of the day, keep looking behind you. You'll see the exploring that house. I imagine. Oh my gosh. I don't. You know, I wish I knew where that is. I mean, it could be anywhere. I just, you know, I should try to look it up again. I looked it up. I found it. I was like, oh, there it is. I downloaded the image and stuff like that, but I don't actually know where it's located, unfortunately. Oh, no worries, Frank. No worries. Art Morbid. I imagine he could be gone, but Art Morbid says, I have to go. Have a good day, everybody. See you soon. Frank, thanks again, my friend. Have a good day, okay? You take care. Johnny Vandy chilling out at home, going out later. That sounds good right now. Ralph, how you doing, Ralph? Hey. What time is it over there, Ralph? It must be, what is it, 8 or 9 o'clock, or 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30 or something, Ralph? I'm not 100%. Drew, how you doing? Drew's food reviews. Old Jeff of the day had a farm. Yeah, exactly, Drew. Exactly. I should have, here's, you know, when I was a kid, my grandmother, my mom's mother, she had a farm, and we didn't get up there very often, but we did get, when I was a little kid, in the 1970s, we used to go up to see them a few times a year. And it was when I was a little kid, they had a big barn and stuff. So when I was a kid, my parents used to dress me in overalls. And those were my favorite things, because, you know, living in the city, I didn't wear overalls and stuff. But anyways, wore overalls, and I used to tell my other grandparents and all my friends and stuff, I used to say, these are my pig pants. Anyways, we were out, and I saw a pair of overalls and some, I forget, we were in a department store, and we were doing some shopping, and they had some overalls, and I saw them, and, you know, sometimes, I wouldn't say they're in fashion in any way, but, you know, they come in and out once in a, every so often, every 10 years or so. They're in for a tiny bit, then they're out again. Anyways, I said to Jo, I'm going to get me a pair of pig pants. And she said, they literally looks like painter pants and stuff like that. My wife goes, what? I said, yeah, pig pants. I need a pair of pig pants. I'll come on with a like a straw thing in my mouth, wearing a pair of overalls. That'd be pretty funny. Jerry saying, have a great day, oil change. Jerry, thanks again, my friend. Have a good one. Dismissed Daughters, yes, it's about YouTube burnout. Yes, Dave. Yes. Oh, sorry, Steve. Let's see here. Stokes says, the other day, no, I don't go until you've gone. Oh, gosh. Marie, how are you? Good evening. It's good to see you, Marie. I hope you're doing well. This Stokes Explorer says this is where one of his videos was filmed. But we don't know where this location is, Maria. We do not know. At least I don't have any idea where this is located. But it was just some fun. I had it a little too loud when I first came on. The birds were chirping. I didn't know they were so loud, but I've turned the sound down since. But it's good to see you, Maria. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. Braden Brand, Reality TV. Good afternoon, Jeff. Nice to see you again in community. Yes, it's nice to see you too. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Nice to have you here. Thank you very much. Yes, Maria. You know what? It's been over a month now, and I'm still confused. I'm reading the purchases. I'm still confused with the time change. I can't work out. I can't change and can't work out when Jeff is live. Oh gosh, Maria, I'm sorry. You know what it is? I'm so messed up with the time. Some days, especially on the weekend, you know what? It was like 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, and I said to Joe, it feels like it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. But you know, the time change. It's a whole month, and I'm still kind of messed up with it. Usually, you know, in about 2 or 3 days, I'm good, but I have not been able to move on this time around. Desmond's Donners Dave says, laugh out loud. It's back to what passes for normal at the moment. Oh gosh, Joe, how you doing, Joe? JoJo's my wife, everybody, not your average JoJo. Hello, everybody. So good to see you, Joe. You know, it's funny. I popped this one in a few minutes before I went live, and the only thing is, I can't hear the sounds going on. Went live, and I guess the sound of the birds were so loud they couldn't hear me, basically. So I had to figure out the OBS. I had to turn the volume on the birds down. I didn't even realize that it was so loud, but I guess I must have been a little too loud. I was gonna say, where am I? And my wife would say, Jeff, you're at home. Isn't that the truth, Drews? Acres and the Place to Be. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that show, Green Acres, Drew, in probably 20-25 years. I love that show. Do you remember Green Acres, Petticoat Junction? Was it Eddie Albert? No, not Eddie Albert. Eddie Arnold? What was his name? Eddie Albert or Eddie Arnold, I think. The fellow that played on Green Acres and stuff. Then there was Petticoat Junction. I think one was a crossover show. But I remember those shows as a kid. I think they were from the 60s or early 70s. And didn't Green Acres have... did they have Zsa Zsa? Or was it Ava or Zsa Zsa Gabor? One of them. One of the two sisters. But that was quite the funny show. I totally forgot about that, Drew. I haven't even thought about that show in years. Everybody else is like, what the heck show are you talking about? But anyways, yeah, that was a fun show. That was a fun show. Airstream as a dream. Hello, my idiot family and friends. Shakabor. Oh my gosh, yeah, I haven't thought of her in years. I haven't even thought about those sisters in years. How do you like Airstream as a dream? How do you like how I put thank you for being part of the idiot family? You know, that's all because of you, buddy. That's all because of you. You know, a long time ago, you come in and you'd say, how's my idiot family doing? And I said, you know what, one day I'm gonna say that, and you know, it's all in good fun, but that's why I put it up there. I know I'm just thanking everybody for coming, and nobody's an idiot here in any way. It's just some good fun. That's all it is, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that by now. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh gosh, Drew. Yes, Beverly Hillbillies too. Beverly Hillbillies. Drew, I have, you know what, those are some good shows. We used to have a network, was it not TBS, what was the network? They used to play all those old shows and stuff like that back in the 90s and 80s and stuff. That's the thing, the way all these specialty channels have gone, now pretty much you don't even get, you know, you have to go specialty channels for sure. Let's see here. Steve, idiot, they not your average JoJo. I have to go have a super wonderful day. You too, Steve. Thanks again. Oh, okay. I wondered what was going on, Joe. I don't know why it was. I don't know. Can I fix it? Give me a second, Joe. I don't know why I can't. Give me a second. How do I do that? I see you did it, John. I'm not sure why, but I don't know why. I'm not sure how to take that out of. Well, hopefully Airstream Oz is still here. Joe, I don't know how I... Maybe that'll do it. Let me see. Oh, gosh. Joe, I'm not sure how to take that out of timeout, unfortunately, everybody. And Airstream Oz, that was my wife. I don't think she meant to. I'm not sure what happened, but I don't think she meant to time me out, unfortunately. I have the option to put it in timeout, but I don't want to do that. I just want to literally take it out of that, but I don't actually see an option. Airstream Oz, if you are here, I apologize. I guess... What? What's going on here? Okay. Everybody, I'm sorry. Let me see here. I was trying to take it back. Okay. Steve, yeah, I don't know how to get it out of the... Because I thought there was an option, like, to just... If Airstream has it, if you're still here, I'm so sorry, my friend. It wasn't done intentionally. It happens sometimes. It's happened to me, and I'm sorry about that, my friend. I honestly, I don't have the option to... I thought I'd have an option to take it back. Anyways, I won't keep going on about it, everybody. I'm sorry about that, okay? Sorry. They're all at it now. Yeah, Dave, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, gosh, I totally did not mean to time him out. Okay. Anyways, I won't go on about it. I'm sure he realizes if he's still here. But if he's not, then he might not be back, unfortunately. Hopefully he is. But Airstream, I'm pretty sure nobody meant to. Hey, Jeff, how are you, buddy? Good, Todd. How are you, my friend? It's good. Just wait the 300 seconds. Exactly, Johnny. I'm sorry. I realized you were. No worries, everybody. You know what? It can happen. I've done it before, too. I did it on one of Bob's streams by accident. It can happen. It can. Let's see here. Steve, there's no option. I'm trying. Hey, Steve, no. I realize. I know. I don't know why there's not an option, but no worries, everybody. I'm sure, you know, if Airstream's here, he'll see in, like, you know, a couple of minutes and stuff that he's able to. So it was intentional at Airstream. I said not at all. I imagine it was not intentional. Yes, Braden. I agree. Life is what you make it, and make it good. Exactly. I was just trying to think of a name, and you know what? Just always try to stay positive. I mean, you know, everybody can have a good day and bad day, but just trying to stay positive, and that's why the name of the title. That's all it was. You can't take out a timeout. No, I thought you could, but I've heard people on live streams going, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna." But I thought you could. I've never actually had to do this before, but it doesn't look like you can, unfortunately. No worries, everybody. Desmond Stonders, be right back. No worries, Dave. Let's see. Braden Brand, Reality. Jeff, I was just stopping by. Gotta go work. Check out my Wednesday Wellness. Why Dance upload. Make you want to dance. See you after. Be safe. I will, Braden. I will this evening for sure. It's Thursday, right? Yeah. I'm like, is it Wednesday? I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a day. I'm a day behind now. But I'll have to take a look, Braden. I will. Are you still here? Joe Stokes is saying hi to you. Drew's Food Reviews. Yes, the future is what you make it. So make it a good one. Back to the Future. Oh my gosh, yeah. Back to the Future. All right. Back to the Future. My gosh, it's a warm one. You know, I should have made myself like Tiny Elvis. Anybody ever see that? Probably not. There was a skit back in the 80s or early 90s on Saturday Night Live, and it had Nicolas Cage was on Saturday Night Live, and anybody remember what's his name? The guy that played Deuce Bigelow. Gosh, Schneider, Rob Schneider. Anyways, him and Rob Schneider and Nicolas Cage were in a skit together, and I think Nicolas Cage is driving his car down the road, and he's got you know those little things that sit on top of in your car, and they go back and forth. Usually they're like a hula girl dancing or something like that, and it just sits there and it moves back and forth. Anyways, it was Rob Schneider, and he was dressed up as Elvis, and he was Tiny Elvis, and it's rocking back and forth. And I just got thinking of Tiny Elvis when you said something, and I said about making it mini, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's Tiny Elvis. I guess you had to be there, but it was a pretty funny one. Purchase Marie says, hey, I gotta run, have a good one. You too, Marie. Thanks again for dropping in, I appreciate it. Drew's Food Reviews, I vaguely remember that one from SNL. Yeah, oh, I love that some of my favorite ones, Drew. I loved when Tiny Elvis would appear, and then I loved Kiefer Sutherland and Mike Myers. They did a skit one time. Mike Myers used to do it once in a while, but my absolute favorite was when Kiefer Sutherland hosted, and Kiefer and Mike Myers did this shtick. They did a shtick on if it ain't Scottish, it's crap. But anyways, you know, they both got the dressed out in the kilts and stuff like that. It was absolutely hilarious. I guess you had to be there, but it was my absolute favorite. My favorite. Let's see here. Joe says, I love the birds. Yeah, Joe, so do I. I like it. I went for a walk, Joe. I was out for about 45 minutes. I came in. I was like, yikes, it's 1:30. I've got to go on at 2, and I usually get this set up because I turn this live. I put the music and everything on at 10 to 2 in 20 minutes. And I'm like, I have 20 minutes to get this all set up. And it takes a little bit to get the music and all this set. And then I still hadn't downloaded the video that I was going to put on OBS, so it took a little bit. So I was going right down to the last minute. I tried a few others, didn't like them. Then I put this on, and I didn't realize when I was live that the birds were so loud. Everybody's like, the birds are too loud. Turn it down, turn it down. But anyways, it turned okay. Dave Desmond Donner says I'm back. Good. So Joe, everybody thought, you know what, that watched the last winter hike and stuff like that video, they thought that it would have been priceless. You know, even Art Morbid said it probably would have went viral had I fallen in and stuff. And I said, yeah, Frank, Dave, I was saying to everybody that, you know, Joe is totally up for it. She's ready to take me back to recreate the site and throw me into the pond for sure. She had no problem. Oh gosh. Yes, I'm Hans and you're Franz, and we're here to you up. Good to see you. Hello, I'm Hans and I'm Franz, and we're here to pump you up. Oh my gosh, Drew! Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I haven't seen that one. I forgot about that. How can you not love? What's his name? What was his name? Mike Myers and oh gosh, what was the guy from Wayne's World with the blonde hair? Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey and what was the other? The big tall Kevin Nealon. Yes, Kevin Nealon and Dana Carvey. Fish Keeping Jamaica. Erie Breed. How are you, Raleigh? It's good to see you. Welcome. It's nice to see you. Don't have the head protected. The shine, Raleigh. The shine. No, I need to. You know, I'm getting some sun on this noggin, Raleigh. But yeah, you're right. I do need to get something on it when I'm out. I just need a good base, and then it'll shine up and stuff. But usually, Joe realizes that I do wear a cap usually when I'm out, especially in the summer. I do like to wear a baseball cap. I wear one most of the time anyways, just because it's I wear it once in a while on here, but most of the time in the summer and spring. Dana Carvey, yes. Oh, Drew, he's so underrated as far as I'm concerned. I do not understand why he is still not in existence, why his career just didn't blow up. I imagine, you know, a lot probably had to do with him having a family and stuff, and there could be other factors, but I think he should have been way bigger than he was, because I always remember his stand-up, or when he would appear on Tonight Show or Letterman or any of these shows. His stuff was better than almost any other actor that would come out and do stand-up and stuff. Fish Keeping Jamaica, Don, what's up? Getting rare internet service in my office. Ah, that's good. Enough love, Brita. Oh gosh, you need a hat. I know I do. Unfortunately, I'm fair-skinned, and not. You're right. I do need it to. You know what? I would love Raleigh to have my hair back, but it thins, and that's the reason. Other than that, if I could, I'd grow the hair back in 2 seconds. But it just thins out, and it's thinner than I like, so I just keep it clean cropped. That sound. It's a nice way, you know. I don't have to go get a haircut every month or so. So I just do it myself, and off you go. I love it. Or you could get a wig or a toupee. You know what? I think, Joe, do we still have that toupee? You know what? There was, back in the fall, we made a goofy video around Thanksgiving, going over to my mother's. She's always on me about, grow your hair back, my mother doesn't like it like this. She just sees her little kid, and she goes, oh my gosh, it looks horrible. So she's always like, so as a joke, we bought a wig, and we went over, and I went downstairs, put it on, and then I walked up, and everybody was getting ready for Thanksgiving's dinner, and I come up in this goofy video. I looked like Trump or something like that, but anyways, it was all for a good laugh. Let's see, Drew's Food Reviews. You need to get the Shatner 2000 toupee. You'll get all the chicks, Jeff. Yeah, I know, but my wife won't like it, Drew. I know how to act, and I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, that's, yeah, Shatner, I think he's a better actor than he is a human being. He's like George from Seinfeld. You know, who can't love George and who can't love Kirk? But you know what, as human beings, I've seen them interviewed, and they seem like so phony when they're actually being interviewed. It's like, what's wrong with these guys? Just go back into character. You sound so much better in character. Oh gosh, yes. Raleigh, you would have loved to seen it. Yeah, I forget, it's something about Thanksgiving or something. One of the videos back in, what is it, October or something, I guess. And in that video, I wear the wig for a minute or two. I think she almost fell off her seat when she saw it, but it was all for fun. Hey Maria, how are you? Made it. It's nice to see you. Say hi to George. I mean, George may be here, but I imagine he's probably gone back to work. But Maria, say hi to George for me. It's good to see you. I'm back. Oh, Connor, it's great to have you back. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Eileen Vayu the Fam. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I might be messing it up, butchering it every time, Eileen. But Eileen, it's nice to see you. It's great to see you. I'm good, Eileen. I'm good. You know what? Just a nice fall day here. You know, just having some fun. I didn't know what to use today, so we had some footage of the birds out on some kind of farm, and that's what we used for today. Just at the beginning it was too loud, Eileen, but you know, we've since dropped the volume, and it's, I guess everybody says it sounds a little bit better, but just some fun, and I didn't know what to call it, so I said life is what you make it. Just trying to throw some positivity out there. I know it's Thursday. As anybody that got a message probably got the goofy message going, what did I say today? I said something about, hey, one more day to the weekend or something. I thought, you know, people are going to get sick and tired of me when I send them messages. You know, when you get to a point, you watch it and, you know, you can comment, and then it's like, I don't know what to say sometimes. I'm not the greatest person to spiel things off, but you know, I'm always excited for the weekend. So my big thing as I get closer to the weekend is, hey, it's the weekend. Oh gosh, let's see here. Dormer family, yes, Jeff, thanks enough. She'll let him know. Oh, thanks, Maria, I appreciate it. What's for dinner tonight, Maria? What's for dinner? I don't know what's for dinner tonight. The last couple nights we went to this place. We had it's called Wok Box, and they have like Thai noodles, Idomi noodles, and all these, like 5 or 6 different styles. I always go back to the Old Faithful. I go back to oh gosh, the real thin noodles. Joe, what are they called? Why am I having I can't think of the noodles now. I said it just 2 seconds ago, but I can't remember what it is. Yes. Desmond's Donners, a wig and a dress, I believe. Did I wear the dress in that one? I don't know. I did wear the wig for sure. I don't know the times that I've worn the dress. I think I only wore the dress once, Dave, and that was one of the first times, I think one of the times Joe and I were on, I came up wearing our wedding dress. I'm surprised that one didn't go crazy, but yeah, that was all in good fun. Drew's Food Reviews. Beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life here. Set your face or to stun Jeff. Oh my gosh, there's so many references in that. Drew, when I think of that show, I think you know, everybody I imagine watched the first Star Trek, but I never thought I was gonna like the Next Generation, but I for some reason got into that show. I love Picard and Riker. Make it so #1. That is my favorite character ever, Riker. #1. Oh my gosh, make it so #1. Oh, and Geordi, or is it Gordy or Geordi? We used to go around saying Geordi No Eyes, but that was, oh my gosh, we loved that show. Loved that, the Borg. Oh man, I loved the Next Generation. Hope I'm not putting anybody to sleep, but yeah, the Next Generation. I hear Picard, Jean-Luc Picard is coming back, I guess, and I do look forward to that. I've just lost everybody, right? But yes. Let's see here. Priscilla, hey, Priscilla, how are you? Priscilla, Nilla, how's the weather in Texas? Hopefully it's not so bad. The sun's out here today. I went out for a walk for about 40-45 minutes. It's an absolutely beautiful day. So, you know what? Yeah. Let's see. I just forgot what I was going to say. Nice to see you. Thanks very much for dropping in. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. Give me the noodles now. You know what? I think I may have the noodles somewhere, Dave. Unless Ethan ate them. Do we have the noodles? No. Yes, Ethan must have ate the noodles for lunch, Dave. Ethan, look at that. Look at the birds. I'm going to take that bird out. Yeah, Ethan took it for lunch. Shanghai noodles. That's what it was. Shanghai noodles, I think. I love me some noodles. Oh my gosh, do I ever? Gosh, Will's World Media. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Nice to have you here, buddy. It's nice to have you here. Hope you're doing well. You know what? I'm being goofy today as usual, as if I'm not every single day. Dormer family, not sure when. Not sure what we're making, Jeff. It's a pain in the butt. Every wife to think what to make. Oh my gosh, Maria. You know what? You and Joe are on the same wavelength, Maria. Joe turns to me every single day, all on the way home. Usually she'll take things out and she'll say, make this. So I'll make it. The last couple days, just kind of been busy, so kind of forgot to take things out in the morning. So I usually get in the car with her and I'll say, Joe, what are we having for supper? She says, what are you making? What did you make? And but her big pet peeve, Maria, is the exact same thing. She says, why does it have to be on every woman's plate that they make dinner? Why can't the man think of the something to make? Usually if I want something, let's have this. And it's like, no. But yes, I think every woman's big pet peeve is, their husband can't give them input on what they're going to have for dinner. But you know what? I imagine some can, but you know what? I'm terrible. I'm always, and my son is the same way. He's like, Dad, what's Mom making for dinner? I'm like, what do you want? He says, I don't care, whatever Mom's going to make. So, but yes, I need to stop. Priscilla Nilla, we are in the 70s right now, but under the weather right now. I had to call in sick to work today. I'm sorry to hear that. Imagine, if the weather's been back and forth for you, imagine, it's, there's a few people are talking about, being a little under the weather. But I hope you feel better, Priscilla. I hope you do feel better. Drew's food reviews. Yes, Jeff, you can never wear the uniform top and be Jean-Luc Picard for Halloween naked. So, oh, wait a second. Yes, Jeff, you can wear the uniform top and be Jean-Luc Picard. Make it so not quite, Drew. Maybe the chrome dome. If I take the glasses off, I don't look like Jean-Luc Picard. But make it so #1, right? Except it with the British accent. He's too cool for me, Drew. He's too cool for me for a 60 or 70-year-old man. That's I think he is 75 years old or something. Pretty good shape. I can only hope to be that good a shape at that point. Drumar family, Maria says, I usually take things out and then sometimes put it back and get something else. Maria, Joe does the same thing. She does the same thing. Joe says, tonight we're having grilled cheese sandwiches. Oh, jeez. My favorite. Everybody else like grilled cheese. Now, I don't like home. I love them, Joe. I absolutely love grilled cheese. But, yes. Priscilla, no, thank you. I went to Walgreens and got me some medicine and soups. Oh, that, soup's the best medicine. It always is the best medicine. We have a place, what's it called, Joe? Something, the something kettle. The steaming kettle. No, what is it, Joe? Not the boiling kettle. I can't think. It's a soup place, and all they make is soup. They have any kind of soup you could ever imagine. And every single time after having soup, I always have to go back. Try this one. Oh, Piping Kettle, that's it. Yeah, Piping Kettle, they make all these different soups and stuff. They have soups of the day and stuff. Anyways, I always try different ones, and I always go back to Old Faithful. Jambalaya, absolutely every time. I don't know why, but I love jambalaya. Jambalaya, it's got the kitchen sink into it. It's got a little bit of spice to it. It's absolutely delicious. My eyes, I cry every time I eat it, and it's good stuff. And I eat just about, 10 million crackers, Joe? Yeah, but it's good stuff. It is good stuff. But soup is always the best, Priscilla. It really is. Fish King from Jamaica. You a cross-dresser? Yeah, it's, oh my gosh. Raleigh. Yeah, okay, exactly. My friend, yes. It was all in good fun. It's all in good fun. I guess you'll be a drag queen one day. Oh gosh, Raleigh. Come on now, my friend. Come on. Drew says, JoJo can wear a beard and be Ranker, you're #1. Do not say that, Drew. Do not say that. Joe's going to time you out. Drew, I'm just teasing, but yeah, no. Joe's, what's my Marina Sirtis? What's her name, Marina Sirtis on Next Generation? I can't think. She's not the doctor. Marina Sirtis. I can't think what her name is on that show. From our family, Jojo and I are on the same boat. High five, Jojo. Virtual high five. Maria, exactly. You and Joe are like this. She can't stand when us fellas can't decide. I'm sure, you know what, you probably feel the same if you say it to George, and then he's like, I don't know, whatever you want. Joe says, Drew, I don't think so. Yeah, there's a long story behind that, Drew. I can't say it on the air. Tony, how you doing? View this. Hey, Joe. Jeff, how are you? Good to see you, Tony. Good to see you. I imagine you're probably working, but it's nice to see you, Tony. High fives to Maria from Joe. Gosh. Drew says, haha, Joe Riker and Captain Jeff, Luke Picard. Oh my gosh, Drew. I'm going to be in so much trouble if you keep it up, Drew. I am just going to so be in trouble. Like, oh gosh, yeah. Soup is always the best. It really is. It, you know, it warms you up, and soup is delicious. It really is. Troy, oh no, you must be talking about Tony. View this. Tony says, "Whoa, that's a huge bird next to Jeff's head." Yeah, no, Tony. The worst part is if he, you know, the bird came over and did a number on my head. And there's a little joke between Joe and I when I first met her years ago. We were out. I took her to the park for a walk. This is many years ago, and we were walking through the park. It was a beautiful day, and we were out, and a seagull or a pigeon flew overhead, and I don't hate anything, but I do not like pigeons and seagulls. I do not. Ever since I was a kid, do not like pigeons and seagulls. They flock to me, and I do not like pigeons and seagulls. I've got horror stories since being a child. I don't like pigeons and seagulls. Nothing. I'll never show a pigeon or seagull on any of these videos. I do not like them. I will not make videos about them. I won't even talk about them. So, anyways, we were going for a walk, and we were about 5 minutes into the walk, and you know, I have glasses. And the next thing, I get hit on the head. Of course, I didn't have bald head back then. I had hair and stuff like that, and I got hit in the head. I'm like, what the heck? Look, bird did their droppings on my head, and I'm like, yikes. So, you know, I took clinics, wiped it off, whatever. I mean, you can't do anything really till you get home, so whatever. Then the next thing, second bird, a couple minutes later, comes flying, nosedive, comes drops down, hits me again. Except this time he hits me on the glasses, and it just starts coming off the glasses. This time I'm like, are you kidding? So then I'm taking it off. I'm like, I literally took about 2 or 3 more steps. Another one nosedived right at me. And then, boom, took a drop again. And this time it hit my nose and kept... at this point I thought, can I start this whole day over again? And Joe, at this point, you know, we just met, and she's just about on the ground, like, having a... I said, 3's a charm. Good luck. Anyways, so when I see these birds, I go running. I do not like pigeons and seagulls. Do not like pigeons and seagulls at all. Jonathan Seagull, not my friend. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. View this, Tony says. Oh, yes. There's a bunch, Jeff. Watch out. Yes, Tony, I will. Maria says, yes, Jeff. He always says that. And Maria, you know what? George and I couldn't be more alike, because I say the exact same, Maria. So, you know what? You and Joe are in the same boat. Your fellas are Mr. No Decision Makers when it comes to dinner. But you know what? When you and George went out for your birthday dinner, that looked amazing. We have a place that's pretty decent. I imagine it's not as what yours is like, but there's a place. It's called Qdoba. We have you know, quesadillas and all the different bowls and stuff and that. And I love going there, but we go there about once a month and that. I like it, but it's I do like that. I really like that food. That is absolutely delicious. Maria, but sometimes he does tell me, can you make this or that? Yes, I do too. And you know, Joe does like when I kind of have a decision. But, you know, she would like me to be able to cook. I'm not the best cook, so it is what it is. Bushcraft Bums. Soup is quality food. It is, isn't it? It is quality food. Especially in the winter or when you're not feeling good. You know what? It's always a good go-to. It always is. Florida Pirate stopping by to say hi. How you doing? Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Yes, Dave. Thank you so much. I knew if anybody would, you would know. Dave says... Counselor Troy is Marina Sirtis' character. Yes. Yes, Counselor Troy. Oh my gosh, that's right. Many moons ago, basically, Jeff. Yes. Oh gosh. Where are we here? I'm let's see here. Deanna Troi. That's it. Deanna Troi. That's it. I thought, there's something. And, oh gosh, Deanna Troi was a... does the word looker sound horrible? Does that make me sound old? But yes, Deanna Troi, that was a good look. Well, I guess, I saw her not too long ago. She's a little older, but still half decent looking woman. I still think my all-time favorite is Ursula Andress in Dr. No. Is it Dr. No? Yeah, Ursula Andress. When she comes out of the water in Dr. No. Anyways, I'm not trying to be whatever, but my gosh, that's my favorite scene ever in Dr. No. The James Bond movie. Ursula Andress. Yes, that's definitely my favorite. Yes, I'm going with that. I don't care if it's the 1960s or what. I'm going with that. To our family, are you talking about my birthday or Valentine's Day? I'm not sure, Marie. I thought it was your birthday, but I could be wrong. It might have been Valentine's Day, but I could be wrong. I don't know, Marie. I'm not sure. Drew's Food Reviews. If I'll give you some pointers, Jeff. I like to make lots of dishes for dinner. Yeah, I know, Drew. I know. But I'm always saying, I'm like, where do you come up with the ideas, Drew? Was it the jalapeno? What's your latest one? Is it the jalapeno one or the cotton? Drew, I'm drawing a blank right now. I can't always remember every single thing. But the one you did, either I think it was this morning that it came up, either this morning or yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was today. Was that jalapeno or something cotton candy? I'm drawing a blank right now, my friend. I'm drawing a blank, but I don't know where you come up with the ideas. Bushcraft Bums, can't go wrong with classic Bond. My gosh, no, not at all. You know what? It's the funny thing that my dad, when he was alive, when I was a little kid, my dad, he did everything with me. He took me around. I was a little sidekick for him. But anyways, we didn't watch a lot of TV or movies, but we watched about two things together. When I was a little kid, I loved the Planet of the Apes movies. I loved them. And he would let me stay up. And back then, they used to show the movies. And they used to show them on a Friday, Saturday night. For some reason, they showed them at 11:30 at night. Don't ask me why, but I was a kid. My dad would sit up with me, and we'd watch, like, a couple movies. Like, we'd start them at 11:30 at night. We'd watch those. But I think my dad's favorite always was the James Bond series. He loved Sean Connery. When I was a kid, I grew up in the 70s, so I liked Roger Moore. I didn't get the whole James Bond thing till I was in my late teens and stuff. I didn't get, how smooth and sophisticated Sean Connery was. But yeah, I love the James Bond movies. I think I love Dr. No, but my absolute favorite was Thunderball, and I love Live and Let Die, and I like the older ones and stuff. From Russia with Love, or On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I don't want to say I throw those ones out, but I'm not a big fan of those ones. But I like Goldfinger. There's quite a few of them. But I love Thunderball. The scene when he has to swim in the pool. Is that Jamaica or is that Bahamas? I don't know. But the scene when he has to jump into the water because the sharks are in there, and he has to swim the passage out to the ocean stuff. I still love that scene. Ian Fleming, absolutely incredible. That genius when he wrote those. Let's see here. Yes, jalapeno cotton candy on Amazon. My gosh, Drew, it's that absolutely sounds amazing. And I love jalapeno for some reason. I didn't think I would, but I eat once in a blue moon when I get chips. We get these. They're called Miss Vicky's, I think. They're sea salt or malted style. They're, what do you call them? Not sea salt. It's a special kind of chip and stuff like that. But Miss Vicky's, I love them, and they're a different style chip. But Miss Vicky's has this jalapeno flavor. It's my hands down favorite, absolute favorite. Let's see here. Desmond's down there's hold the noodle. I want jalapeno cotton candy. Yes, Dave, you should take a look. Drew put a new video out about it, and Drew always has the best either dishes or different things that he's looked up and stuff like that. And you should take a look at it. They're absolutely amazing. From our family, Jeff, you should put our wedding video. We sent you. It's a beautiful, great memory. Which one is this? The one? Oh no. Where is that? Which one is it? Oh yeah, this is not going to work, Kate, because I don't have the thing set too well, do I? The video capture. I don't know if I have that. Let's see if I can switch that up for you, Maria. How's that? Does it look a little better? That is. Oh no, I'm still wonky on that. Let's see. You know, I guess for now that's good. Is this the one you're talking about? Is this the... Yes, there's you and George right there. Oh, gosh. I better go back to the other scene here. Is that the... No, not that one. There we are. Back to the bird footage and stuff. There we go. There we are. That look okay, Maria? That did... I totally forgot. You know, Joe absolutely loved that one, Maria. Joe loved that. She says, oh my gosh, I like that footage. I said, it's funny, you know what? Until we went live, I had no idea there was any people actually in that video. I had no idea. I was like, wait a second, there's people dressed up in wedding gear and stuff like that. Bushcraft Bums, did you ever see the BBC miniseries about Iran? Oh, about Ian Fleming? Man who would have been Bond? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I'll have to take a look at it. No, I didn't. You know what's funny? I started watching, Joe and I, before we went to bed, about an hour and a half before we went to bed, we started watching a new series on Netflix. And it was, what's his name? Ricky Gervais. His wife passes away, and I think he was a journalist or something. And he's all depressed, and it's the story. But the humor that he has, oh my gosh, it's hilarious. But no, I haven't seen that miniseries on Ian Fleming. I don't... To be honest, I don't know a terrible amount about the man, unfortunately. But my dad, now, he could have told you a story and a half. My dad loved to read. He loved Ian Fleming, and he loved Robert Ludlum. I still remember the Hulk... I think I was in grade 8, and my dad gave me a book, the Hulkcraft Covenant by Robert Ludlum. And I loved Robert Ludlum. I really did. Robert Ludlum, and who was the guy? Tom Clancy. My dad liked Tom Clancy, Robert Ludlum, and Ian Fleming, and a few others, but those I think were his favorite. Hulkcraft Covenant, that was a good book. That was a very good book. Very, very good book. View this kettle chips. Thanks, Tony. I'm sorry, I was trying to think, but for the life of me, it eluded me. I was like, what are those things called? Kettle chips. Anybody else like kettle chips? They got a different... I don't think they're greasy, but they got a nice flavor to them, especially the sea salt ones. I could taste them right now. My gosh, I love sea salt chips. Oh, I try not to eat as many chips. This I'm trying to lose, and I'm drinking these like wildfire water, or as Gary would say, you know, Kentucky Shine. But yeah, I'm drinking a lot of water and eating a lot of fruits and stuff like that. So I seem to be. It seems to be helping, but I do it Monday to Friday, and then on the weekends now it's a free for all. It's like throwing out all that exercise and all that stuff for a weekend, but. You know, you hear these guys, I have my cheat day. I have 2 cheat days. It's Friday, and no, it's Saturday and Sunday. That's it. Dormar family, Maria says, Jeff, it almost looks like you was talking to the bird. It was so funny. You was looking to your left, and oh my gosh, I wish you would have noticed that. Maria, what time is it in here? So I'm about an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to look at it later on the replay, Maria. I didn't... hello there, bird. How you doing? Sorry. No, I didn't even realize I was doing it, Maria. You know what the whole thing is? I'm looking at the chat the whole time. I should be looking up here at everybody. When I first started making videos, my wife, I did all my videos through the webcam. I didn't use a phone or anything. Then we switched it up to the camera and stuff. But at first, the first couple months, I just did everything. I literally did short videos through the webcam. And it was an older webcam. But we used that. And the first couple times, she's like, you're not talking into the camera. So what she did is, right behind the computer, she put a little sign. And she says, look here. There was a little orange sign and a big lettering. It said, look here. So every time I'd sit there and stare at that. And that way, the whole time I would talk. But back then, I didn't talk a long time either. I did like 5, 7, 8 minute videos. I was doing really short ones. And then after a month, then I went live. And I think the first video was like 27 or 28 minutes. And the whole time, I counted the minutes down. I was like, is this over yet? Is this over yet? And then it started getting a little longer and a little longer. Anyways, here we are. But videos I tried to, and you know, we're busy in the videos, so you're not always having to sit and stare right into the camera. But you know, as we're ending it or beginning, I try to look into the camera. But when I do this, I love to literally, if the chat could be right here, I could sit and stare at everybody. Not that everybody wants to sit at me staring at them, but I could sit and talk to the camera the whole time. But looking down at chat, I find I just sit and stare at it pretty much the whole time. Yes, Dave, I like Tom Clancy and Robert Ludlum. I do too. You know what? My dad did bring some good good interest for me, Dave. That unfortunately, I need that back in my life. I need to get back into reading. It's been many, many years. I used to read a large percentage of my time, but unfortunately, the last 15, 20 years I've become not stagnant. I've become pretty much non-existent when it comes to reading. Like, all my reading becomes through the internet, which is whatever. But it's not reading. It's like, the news is headlines. You're not getting the news. You're getting, Jim Smith did this. Jane Smith did this, and that's it. Jane Smith went down and got married. Jim got himself a job. End of story. That's their news. But the president did this, or the prime minister did whatever, or today we went on a boat cruise, whatever. But there's no actual news where the coverage. I remember reading the newspaper. None of that really even exists. How many people actually still read the newspaper? I imagine there's a few, but I now read the newspaper online, which is garbage as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I'm no better than everybody else. I do exactly what the norm does, unfortunately. But Mama 4, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. But I should. My wife does a lot of reading, and once in a while she gets, is it ebooks or whatever? She orders them from the library, and then they pop up on here, and she has a couple of weeks, and then after that couple of weeks they just disappear. But she can read them on her little readers or her phones and stuff. I think she does that at work and stuff like that. But I still can't get into that. If I need to read, I think I need to get a book and stuff like that. I really do. Drummer family's laughing. Oh gosh. Angela Critters, hello today from North Carolina. How are you? How's the weather down there? I don't see Willie Parker and stuff today. Willie's from North Carolina, but how's the weather down there? Is it fairly decent? Is it warming up down there? I hope. Hugo Aerodrome 4K. Hello everybody. Hi, how are you? It's nice to have you here. Thanks very much. Angela Critters, Bushcraft. I saw the Ian Fleming documentary too. It is great. You know what? Now that you've said it, I had no idea. I'm going to look it up because I love me some Bond. I really do. And you know what? If they were going to create a new character, I think I liked having Daniel Craig. I didn't know what I thought, but right from the get-go, the opening scenes in black and white of Casino Royale, I absolutely love it. I couldn't. I don't think they could have done any better. I really, 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 really hoped when Pierce Brosnan became James Bond, I really think that they should have allowed him in the 1980s when he was doing Remington Steele to be James Bond, because I think at that point he was at his peak. And I love Pierce Brosnan, but I think the 90s version of James Bond, I mean, GoldenEye still to this day is one of my favorite. That'll still go down in my top 10 of James Bond movies ever. That is a fantastic movie. I do not have anything. I like Timothy Dalton. I don't like him as James Bond, unfortunately. But Pierce Brosnan, I love the guy. I just wish that there could have been more like GoldenEye for the character, and that it's not his fault. I just think it was a different time and stuff. But I really, really, really liked Daniel Craig. I thought he's doing a good job, and I don't know, in the future what they'll do with that character. I mean, I've heard, you've heard all the different characters, like, there's talk of Idris Elba, there was talking about Jason Statham. There's so many different people that they talked about having as James Bond. I don't know what anybody. Oh, hey, Willie's here. I don't know what anybody would think would be a good James Bond. I could think of a few people, but I don't know. Angela Critters, we get the hard copy of the newspaper still. Do you? You know what? I love that. I think they still have it here, but I don't see it anymore. I mean, literally, we read the headlines on the news on the internet, which is all it is the headlines. You get the odd story, but that's it. It's not the same thing. Dave Desmond's Daughters, I have not read a paper in 30 years, but I constantly consume books. Well, Dave, that's smart. I wish I was still doing it, and that's maybe why I've become so. Bushcraft Bums. Ian Fleming actually had a career. His clandestine services. Bushcraft Bums. I'm gonna have to look more. You know what? Beyond writing, I know there's a few different things. I mean, I don't know enough about the man, unfortunately. I'm not gonna try to say that I do. I don't. Grant McIntosh. Hey, Grant, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. just got a goofy image of a bird today. It's nice to see you, Grant. Welcome. Willie says it's 74 here in my area, North Carolina. Okay, Willie. Well, that's actually pretty nice right now. That is nice. Just sorry about that. I was just checking the time. My son's done just after 3:30. It's about 10 after 3. I don't think I have to pick him up, but I'm going to check the weather in the next 5 or 10 minutes. But Maria says, well, hello, Willie. You made it. Yes. Good to see everybody. It's nice to have you here, everybody. Thank you very much. Jidlid Universe. Hey, bud, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. I appreciate it. I appreciate absolutely everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, has anybody, you know what, if anybody knows Big Keg, he put out a video yesterday, and, you know what, I was watching, and he's got a new venture coming up. You know, and I imagine anybody that knows Keg or follows him, you know, he's got the Big Keg channel, and then he's got his videos where he plays the character Baza, and then he has his Facebook page of FBG E-Waste, where he's got like a thing going on where he picks things up and stuff like that. But anyways, he's got something new. He's going back to school to get a certification course and stuff, and he's going to be, I think he says that he's going to be finishing that up by July, so in the next couple months. And then when he finishes that up, he's going to be able to open like I don't know if it's a small business, but open up a business to do more of what he's looking for. So I was saying to Joe, and I said I'm super happy for him and stuff. I couldn't have happened to a better man and stuff. A very nice gentleman. If you know Big Keg, that's fantastic. But if you don't, you know, you should check him out. Really super nice fella. I don't have his link to drop, but I mean, if anybody wants, I'm going to type his name in, Big Keg. Really simple. If you just type Big Keg, you'd find him. A fella from Australia. Yes, laugh out loud. Big Keg certified. Exactly. I can't remember exactly what the program's called, Dave, but I'm happy for him. He seems very excited about it, and he said that he says he wants to become the e-waste Ben of his portion of where he lives in Australia. He says there's not too many people into that type of business where he's located. So he said if he could get that niche, he'd be set. So he just needs to get that certification to go forward. He's got some others. Thanks, Dave. I really appreciate you dropping his link in. He's a good fella. Everybody, you know, he's a jokester, but he's a super nice man and that really nice fella and stuff like that. And he has some humor in his videos. I mean, you know, if you know Keg, you'd know, but if you're just coming across him, you know, you'll know right from the get-go the humor. He does some scrapping, e-waste, a lot of different things with his videos, some comedy, some music. He plays amazing guitar, but he's just a real nice, super gentleman, and you know what? He's a what do you call it? I don't know what the word is, so I'll leave it. But super nice gentleman. So thanks, Maria, I appreciate it. Yeah, super nice gentleman. And I think, you know, you'd like Keg if you checked him out, everybody. But anyways, he's from the future. We always joke around with him and said, you know, he's from the future. If we could win the lottery, we'd you know, buy tickets for him. And we'd get him to buy our tickets, and we'd all share in the winnings. But anyways. So how's everybody else doing? I've yapped on for a little more than an hour, and I haven't really had the chance to be quiet. So anybody have anything exciting going on today, or you know, the next day or so? It's the weekend. We're a little bit excited. We're Dave. I'm going on a weekend dawner on Saturday. We're going to get up Saturday morning, leave first thing Saturday morning, and we won't be back till Sunday night, probably late Sunday afternoon. So I'm excited. We're headed to Toronto, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from here, which isn't a tiny way, but Donder weekend. You're going too, are you, Dave? Well, I'm just getting away, and Joe's family from up north, which she hadn't seen in about 6 months or so, they're going to be coming to Toronto for the weekend, and we're literally going to go down and visit them. We were just going to go down for the day, but then we thought, you know what, why don't we make the weekend of it? So we're leaving the dog with one of the neighbors here, and literally we're going Toronto, stay overnight on Saturday night. I'm not sure what we're doing yet, but let's put it this way, we're getting out of the city, and I'm super grateful for that. So I feel that we've been caged in here all winter, and I just can't wait to get out of the city. But anybody else have anything going on, just let us know. But Dave, Desmond Donder says, Donder weekend, well, that's good, Dave. I imagine you're looking forward to it. Willie says, it it'd be nice if they'd have a black James Bond. Well, Willie, you know what? They have talked, and I think, you know what, the best choice. I mean, I don't know if the actor that I like that they spoke about, Willie, was Idris Elba, and you know what? I mean, if you watched Luther, Luther was I liked Luther. I don't know if anybody else ever followed that show. I think he did a fabulous job as Luther, and I really liked it. I watched it on the box that I had. We couldn't get the whole series, but I get certain episodes, and I loved it. Joe liked it too. It was a fantastic show and stuff like that. But Idris Elba he's quite a good actor, so I think he'd be a good choice. Willie, he really would. He's smooth, sophisticated, and he's got a show, something, I think it's called Waking Up Charlie. We started watching it. I seen about 2 or 3 episodes. I was shocked to see him in it, but I think the reason he's in it, I think he wrote and produced it or something. I think that's why he's in it. But it's a pretty interesting show. It's on Netflix, and Waking Up Charlie or something Charlie. It's a pretty decent show. I mean, if you like Idris Elba, you'd like that for sure. Desmond Saunders, Dave says, leaving tomorrow as soon as I can get away with. Oh, I understand, Dave. You know what? If I could go right now, I would. And Dave, the kids are off tomorrow. They've got the day off, so I'll be watching Ethan, and Jenna's staying with her mom overnight tonight, and then we won't see her till tomorrow night, but she's coming for the weekend, so looking forward to that. Dave says, Idris Elba is tipped to be the next Bond, is he? Well, you know, I think he's like super smooth and with his delivery and stuff like that. I think he'd make a good Bond. I really do. He had a movie. I forget what it was called. I'm gonna look it up, and next time I come on, there was a movie that I watched about a year ago with him. He's made a few good ones. I can't say I know all of them, that's for sure. But I love Luther. I do like Luther, and it'll lose me right now. I can't think, but he had this one movie, and then one of the fellas, this British or Welsh or Scottish actor, I can't think of his name, but still a short fella, and he was on a show that I watched called Fortitude. Anybody ever seen Fortitude? It's still one of my favorites. Not too many. Maybe people in the UK or Europe would have heard of Fortitude, but Fortitude is still one of my favorites. The fella, Dave, you can close your ears for 2 seconds. One of the fellas from Game of Thrones is in it. He plays the villain in Fortitude, and Fortitude's a fantastic show. It had, I think, Dennis Hopper was in it. One lady, Ned Stark's wife from Game of Thrones, plays Dennis Hopper. No, not Dennis Hopper. Dennis. Forgot Dennis something. Dennis. He was married to. I can't think of his name. Dennis. It's not Dennis Hopper. It's Dennis something. I can't think for the life of me what his name. Yes, Dave. I know you're falling asleep, but Fortitude is a fantastic show. Where was I going with this? Fortitude takes place. It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be Norway, but it's a fantastic show. Fantastic, brilliant show. Yes, Dark Tower. Dark Tower with him and Matthew McConaughey, right? That's right, Dark Tower. I totally forgot. I've got that on the box. Totally forgot about that. But he's in. What do you call it? Pacific Rim. I mean, he's in way more than that. I'm just trying to think of the shows that he's been in. Top of my head. Has he been in one with Jason Statham? I don't think so. Has he? Anybody? Why am I having a hard time with this? I can't think of the life of me. And that's bothering me. That's going to really bother me till I get off air here. Bushcraft Bums got to get back to work. Great stream, blessing. Yeah, take care, Bushcraft Bums. Appreciate it for coming. Willie says, I had barbecue chicken and peas and corn for dinner. That sounds good, Willie. It does. Rolling in the Dark Tower recently. Dazed asleep. The minute I talked about the GOT, that put him to sleep. Dave, I'm getting so excited for that show. I'm getting excited for that show. And you know what? For the whole month of March, Joe and I would watch John from AU Packnell. He did a 31-day salute to Game of Thrones. Every day he was on. Joe and I would put him on at dinner, and he was on for a couple hours, and he was always on because he's 3 hours behind us in Seattle. So literally, Joe and I would watch him at dinner time every night, and Joe absolutely loved it. And I know you're not interested in it, but he talks even more than Game of Thrones. He does a lot of talk on like Lord of the Rings and Tolkien and that. He's really knowledgeable on Tolkien Like I think he must have read up so much on this, but he has a lot of guests, especially a lot of guests from the UK, Dave. A lot of, like, there's a couple, these two ladies from the, I think one of them was from Ireland and the other portion of UK and stuff, but these two wonderful ladies on the other night, and he's had some great guests, but these two are Joe and I's favorite. They were so wonderful, very, very nice ladies and stuff like that, but they were so knowledgeable. I can't think of the names. Joe would know in 2 seconds. Dennis Quaid, thanks, Willie. Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know why I was thinking Randy and Dennis Quaid. Yeah, Dennis Quaid stars in Fortitude. He's in the second season. He's not really in the first season. Can't think of the other guy. But the other character, there was a fella in first version of Fortitude. He's an American fella that stars in... anybody see the Hunger Games? He stars in the Hunger Games. I can't think of his name. He's a bald guy. For the life of me, I can't think of his name, but he starred in Fortitude as well. But yeah, Fortitude is a good show. Dave says already enough with Game of Thrones. Oh, geez, soft porn for North America. I'm not talking about it anymore. I'm not talking about it. But just one of the characters from that show, Dave, is in Fortitude. And Fortitude is a fantastic show. They get placed up in supposedly Norway. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's Iceland or where it is. But fantastic show. If you get a chance, and Fortitude is a Sky TV or Sky Network show. And so it's definitely not on here. I have it on my box that I have, and I watch it through the Kodi program that we use and stuff, and that's how I get Fortitude. But it's a really good show if anybody was interested in it. Really good. And I haven't been able to say to anybody it's a great show, and they're like, oh yeah, I want to watch it. Nobody else wants to watch it, but I'm into that show. Like now Joe, it puts Joe to sleep. Yes, Fortitude is on Sky Atlantic over here. Cost a fortune over here. What's free for me? Well, it's not really free, but I bought a box, Steve, and for Sky Atlantic that you're talking about, it has a lot of good shows, Dave. There was another one with one of the girls. She was in the Bourne Identity series. Julia Stiles, I think think's her name. She had a show on Sky, and it was a fantastic show. But the Sky programming is some of the best I've ever seen. Like it's filmed so it's absolutely incredible. It really is. But I imagine it probably is pricey and stuff like that, but it just, we pull it up on the program. Literally, the box goes to the internet, and then it plugs to the television, and you can stream anything through that, and that's how I get these programs. Because if we had to get it through cable, you couldn't actually get it through cable here. You'd have to either download it or run it through a box like this, and that's how we get it. I searched for it and found it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be watching it either, Dave. Willie says, have you seen Any Given Sunday? It's a football movie. Oh, yes, with Dennis Quaid and Al Pacino. I love that movie. Oh, my gosh. That is a good movie. That is a good movie. Willie, if you like that, do you like Friday Night Lights? I don't like the movie, but Friday Night Lights, the series, I don't know if it was Netflix or what series it was, but Friday Night Lights is a really interesting series and stuff, cable series. If you ever get a chance to watch it, it's a great show. One of the fellas that starred on Friday Night Lights starred in another show a couple of years ago. I think another Netflix or whatever show called Bloodline, and Bloodline is a fantastic show. Fantastic show. Yeah, I'm gonna go too. I put everybody to sleep. Posh Cats Camping. Bye everybody. Take care, Trevor. Thanks for coming. What time is it? 3:22. I should probably go too, because I probably should go pick Ethan up. Hope you have had a good day. Probably the last 15 minutes I've just ranted on about nothing, but I will not. I tried my darnest, Dave, not to talk about what. But it always comes in, doesn't it? It always comes in. Wait till it actually comes out in a couple of weeks, and I talk about it 24/7. Dave's like, I'm staying away the whole time you're watching. I will. I'll just keep all my comments to myself, Dave. I'll keep all my comments to myself. So I should be on tomorrow. I don't know. Willie says yes. I love the movie, but I hate the show. Really? Now, Willie, I don't like the movie. I see what happened is we watched the TV series first. And then I watched the movie, and I'm like, I don't care for this, but it's probably, that's probably why. Dave, Desmond Stoners, thanks for the stream, Jeff, even the Game of Thrones bits. Sorry, Dave, I apologize. But I I don't know if I'll be on. I may be on, I may not be. I don't know. The reason for not being on tomorrow will definitely be Ethan's home. I feel that I probably won't be on tomorrow. Today will be it, and then I'll be back on Sunday night. Hopefully Sunday night. It depends on what time we get home Sunday from for the weekend. But this may be my last stream until Sunday night. Just because I may be on tomorrow. Small chance, but I'd say 90% chance I won't be, because my son's going to be home tomorrow, and I'll try to do something with him. If that makes sense. It's, I don't need to be on here when I have him with me. I'm on here every day, so I'm sure everybody has other things they'll be doing anyways. But it could be, but 99% chance that I'm not going to be. I'll just be on Sunday and stuff like that. I'll miss tomorrow going on in Donder. Dave, understand. I'm pretty. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm not gonna be on. That's Dave. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, I won't be on, everybody. I guarantee you I'm not gonna be on. I won't be on tomorrow. Maybe Saturday for a few minutes in the car ride on the way down to Toronto, or we'll do a quick live for 15 minutes or something on the drive. But that might not happen either. But definitely, this will be my last stream. I won't be on till Sunday night. I'll just say, yeah, tomorrow won't exist because I have my son, and I should spend the time with him. Willie, take care. Choose food. Have a good one, Jeff, of the day, and set a course for home and engage at War 5. Engage you too. The movie was more real. Yeah, I think it probably was, Willie. I think it was. Dismiss knowledge. Just remember, Jeff, the addiction's real. I know it is. Tomorrow, it won't be because, Ethan's with me, and I need to take that out of my schedule, Dave. He sees this all the time. He doesn't need to see me doing it tomorrow when he's off. So tomorrow, everybody, I won't be on. Plan it on Sunday, hopefully Sunday evening, but on Saturday there could be an impromptu 15-minute live on the way to Toronto, but it depends if anybody's getting upset in the car ride. Probably won't happen, but Desmond's done. It's just remember, Jeff, the addiction's real. You know it, Dave, you know it. Maybe I'll wake up at like 3 in the morning. Hey guys, I'm live. No, then go back to bed. I'm joking about that. But everybody have a great day, good evening, and thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good one. I should probably get off here, go get my son. Have a good one, and we'll see you back Sunday night, everybody. Thanks again, okay? Have a good night. Bye-bye.